Thank you for your kind introduction, Professor Zhou. And so, hi everyone. Today you heard about protein folding, drug discovery, hardware. And what I like to do is to bring a different perspective, how we can work together to scale and to accelerate quantum research in healthcare and life sciences. So the concept of collaboration is well established. It's a key success factor across academic research, industries, startups, and government. And if you look at the field of quantum computing research, it's been for decades, right? Thanks to the dedication and hard work of the quantum community, now we are seeing demonstration of quantum utility. And we are moving towards quantum advantage. Now, to scale and to accelerate the discovery algorithms and development of applications and also industry adoption, it requires quantum talents, skills. It requires domain knowledge and skills. It requires computing resources, right? CPUs, GPUs, and now QPUs. It requires money, funding to support the research. And so no single organization or even nation can take on alone such a task to grow the quantum industry and also grow the quantum ecosystem. So it requires researchers to work together. It requires collaboration among organizations and requires collaboration among regions and nations. So yesterday's session on the national quantum strategy with many leading countries, very encouraging to see the collaboration. So here I'd like to show you two cases that IBM is doing, working with different industries and different partners. And so one is about our partnership with Cleveland Clinic. And so a brief introduction about Cleveland Clinic and IBM. So Cleveland Clinic, for some of you may know, because it is ranked as #2 hospital in the world. And they have about 3,000 researchers, and many with MDs and some with PhDs, and some have both degrees. Now IBM Research. We are almost 80 years old as a research organization. It's probably one of the most prominent research organizations in the world, decorated with 6 Nobel laureates, 6 Turing Awards recipients, and many other awards. So the mission of IBM Research is we have been the organic growth engine for IBM Corporation. Second, our mission is to invent what's next in computing. So quantum computing is one of our latest inventions. And so now, as I mentioned, we're in a stage we see practical utilities and how do we work with industry to develop industry-relevant applications. So we carefully selected to partner with strategic partners. Cleveland Clinic is one of such partners we work with. And so we basically announced the partnership at the end of 2021, and so officially kicked off in the beginning of 2022. So let me show you some progress here. So March of last year, we unveiled the first quantum system in the US that is not on the IBM premise. It's outside of IBM. It is also the first dedicated quantum system for healthcare and life sciences. Now, 2 years later, what do we have? What can we show? Of course, our partnership is across quantum, AI, cloud, and digital health. So we launched about 50 projects. Out of 50, 14 are quantum projects. And so let me show you some of the results here. So one of the results I want to show here, you have seen it, because Professor Wu showed this. I was so happy, because it's much better for someone else to talk about our work than I stand here brag our work, right? So thank you very much, Professor. We're very happy to see you showing the work. And so what I'd like to add a little bit more information here is this paper has been published in the ACS Journal of Chemical Theory and Computation on May 8th. It's just fresh out of the oven, so take a look at it. It's also important to share with you the motivation why we select this particular project, because we're very careful when we pick use cases. So the first motivation is because it is very important. right? Because as some of the experts in the room will know, the function, the biological function of a protein is dictated by the physical structure. Now, the mutation in protein may change the physical structure of the protein. Now, that's going to cause, actually, the change of the biological function. So mutation in protein is a major cause of diseases. So by understanding and predicting the protein structure, it really helps us to better target design therapeutics and also drugs. That's number one motivation because it's very important. The second is, so far, even though advanced technology in computing, including AlphaFold, which was really a truly breakthrough, they cannot predict that well protein structure. And so is quantum a play? And so this one gives you some answer. So Professor Wu also talked about it. So just some of the work I want to share with you. And so, but this is not just enough, right, between IBM and Cleveland Clinic. We want to do something bigger. So what we did is IBM as a technology provider, as like Nicola said, right? And so they really focus on the technology platform. Same thing is with IBM. We focus on technology, but we want to partner with other people in the verticals, algorithm, application, use cases. So we launched the 5 working groups, including the one on this side is really on the optimization. This is in partnership with Fraunhofer, Los Alamos National Lab, Ion, and then also you can see the second one is materials and high-performance computing. In this particular domain, we partner with Tokyo University, Oak Ridge National Lab, and U Chicago. And high-energy physics is another domain that we actually want to tackle. It's more in the scientific field. Everybody know CERN, right? It's a well-known physics lab in Europe, and so partner with them, and also University of Tokyo. The newest one is sustainability. It launched in April in Sherbrooke, Canada, with focus in 2 areas. One is new materials for batteries, and the second is optimization in energy. So the most important one for this session essentially is basically healthcare life sciences. We formed a working group with Cleveland Clinic and also with University of Toronto and University of Chicago. Now let's take a look at it. Why we do this? Because as I said in the beginning, it's very difficult quantum computing applied in a specific domain. It requires multidisciplinary people to work together. It requires resources to work together. And so the mission is to find a way to use quantum and go the way. When I say go the way means we'll do it together. And then once you do it, you have experience, you can show other people how to do it. This requires a lot of collaboration. Now, so who are the members in the working group? We started last April of 2023 with about 20 organizations and 40-something people. And now, a year later, we expanded into about 75 people and then more than 30 organizations. And I would say in this room here, or I should say in this region, Yonsei University is a member. And I just like to encourage startup companies, research organizations, enterprises, join us, because we're still too small compared with the problems that we're facing. And so now let's also take a look at it. It's been a little over a year since we launched this working group. What have we been doing, right? So the first thing the team did is really to publish a perspective paper. And so you can see the reason I show on this side is not really for you to read, because you can see it demonstrates the collaboration among many researchers and many organizations. And so this perspective paper you can find in archive, and I highly encourage you to take a look at it if you want to know, quantum for healthcare. And so you can see on this side, it listed the 4 areas that this paper outlined. So in the interest of time, I will not go through one by one because I only have 20 seconds left. And another very important area I want to show you is because, this quantum group is not just getting together, chatting about things or writing white papers. We actually do real things. So what you see in here are the topic areas as well as subtopic The subtopic areas are now, most of them are real projects. One of them, thank you, Nicola, for mentioning the work in the mRNA we are doing with Moderna. And so I'm so happy in this session, 2 speakers mentioned the work IBM's been doing, and so I don't have to talk about it, which is great, so thanks again. And so this is my last slide, and so before I close the session, I'd like to have a closing remarks. Again, I just want to say, even though the working group has 70-something people, this is way too small in terms of the scale of the ecosystem we need to develop, in terms of the industry, quantum industry we want to embrace. So I encourage the researchers, organizations, nations all work together to achieve the quantum advantage, to achieve industry adoption. So with that, thank you very much.